Gaming journalists hyped Super Mario Run up to be Nintendo's major foray into the mobile gaming market, the next big enterprise for everyone's favorite plumber. One small step for Mario, one giant leap for the entire dang gaming industry. Big talk. And at first glance, the numbers support drawing that conclusion. The game got 2.85 million downloads on launch day alone. That's like 3 times more downloads than Pokemon Go, the App Store's previous record holder for most launch day downloads. Super Mario Run seemingly had the wind beneath its wings, ready to soar with brand power into the hearts, minds, and iPhones of every man, woman, and child on the block. Heck, even Jimmy Fallon practically melted when he played the game on The Tonight Show just last week.
Yes! You know what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about! Reggie Fils-Aimé! That's it. Miyamoto, you watching this? Come on!
But the reviews are in, and Super Mario Run is... Wait, what's going on here? People don't like Super Mario Run? It's a polished Mario game. I've played it. It's seriously just like a smooth, nice looking runner game from Nintendo. This ain't no 2.5 star app. Where is all the hate coming from? That's right. The full Super Mario Run experience cost $10. This was news to me a few days before the game came out, and I'm pretty sure it's news to most people downloading the game off the App Store right now. Now, $10 makes for a cheap home console video game, but people have a totally different set of expectations for mobile games. Free. People expect most mobile games to be free. And yes, Super Mario Run is free to download. You even have access to the first 3 levels of the game, along with some bonus modes like Toad Rally, without having to spend any coins. But herein lies the marketing bait and switch. You like those first few stages, huh? Pretty fun. Yeah? How's about you slap that credit card number in here and we'll give you some more. I'm a huge Nintendo fan, and even I had a hard time justifying that one-time payment of $9.99. But let me make this point clear. Any complaints I have about the price of this game have nothing to do with the quality of the game itself. I think Super Mario Run is a blast to play, and I'm hooked on it right now. In fact, Nintendo probably has a point in making their game $10. It's got a polish and quality that most mobile games severely lack. Plus, the price tag comes with no ads, no in-app purchases, no nothing besides the promise of uninterrupted Mario merriment. But there is a disconnect on both sides of the transaction here that behavioral economics helps to explain. Behavioral economics is like economics and psychology served together on a combo platter. To know why people don't like the very economic decision of spending $10 on a mobile app, we need to dig in their heads a little bit. I mentioned before that the mobile gaming market is super different from the home gaming market. What's a typical new PS4 game cost? By and large, most folks would probably say something in the $50 to $60 range. Now let me ask you, what would happen if you saw No Man's Sky for $10? Holy frickin' moly, that's a dang steal! What about when you see Super Mario Run on the App Store for $10? Ack! This illustrates something behavioral economists call anchoring. Since value is assigned by people and not by nature, we come up almost arbitrarily with what we believe things ought to cost based on our experiences buying stuff. A small cup of coffee costs $2. That is verbatim how much a small cup of coffee costs. Who told you that? Dunkin' Donuts? We have these anchors for lots of products and services, video games included. If our anchor for home games is $60, anything more feels harder to manage and anything less feels easier. But mobile games are tricky. I would argue that our anchor for most mobile games is zero. Zilch. Nada. Free. And free things make us feel way different than not free things. The research proves it. Take this thought experiment based on a study designed by behavioral economist Dan Ariely. Imagine you are considering buying one of two apps, Super Mario Run for $15 or the worst runner game ever for $5. Which one would you buy? The research suggests that most people would opt for the higher quality game, Super Mario Run, even if that meant paying some extra dollars for it. In other words, why would you fork over money for the worst runner game ever when you could fork over a little extra money for Super Mario Run, a game that practically promises to be an exponentially better experience? Now watch what happens when, poof, capitalist marketing magic happens and both games are reduced in price by $5. Now Super Mario Run is $10 and the worst runner game ever is free. Suddenly, the worst game ever doesn't sound so bad, even though economically speaking, both games were reduced in price by the exact same amount, same discount. That's because free things occupy a psychologically privileged part of our headspace. Free triggers a rash emotional response from consumers that circumvents all rational decision-making processes. But when you're working with money, you're thinking with money. That's when standard cost-benefit analyses come into play and you're left thinking that a free bad game is better than a not free good game. Now let's talk schemas. Schemas are the expectation sets people have about different ideas, concepts, and experiences. I would argue that beyond wanting free things, we have a completely different expectation framework for how satisfied we ought to feel from them. Our expectations for free things are very low. If you didn't pay money for it, there's really not much to expect. What kind of jerk complains that a free thing wasn't good enough, you know? It's as true for a cup of coffee as it is for a mobile game. So when you play a free mobile game, your experience with it is filtered through your low expectations of what you've come to expect from a free mobile game. Anything above par will probably make you pretty happy with that thing you got for literally nothing.
Wow, it's very nice.
But when you have to pay to play, suddenly expectations shift. No longer are you processing your experience through your free game lens. You're processing it like you would with any game you buy. Obviously, that means you'll be much more critical of your purchase. You want to make sure your cash investment was worth it. I think when people see Super Mario Run's full package of only 24 levels and hear rumors of no additional content coming in the future, they feel ripped off, scammed. $10 makes for a cheap home console game, but an astronomically expensive mobile game. Quality, quantity, and replayability expectations are therefore through the roof.
The roof is on fire!
But the finished product just doesn't add up. Super Mario Run's share-dropping, lukewarm review-generating notoriety comes from slapping a $10 price tag on a market with an established $0 anchor. And when people play the game, they're thinking about it like a game they buy, not like one they got for free. But is that reason enough to skip out on Super Mario Run? Absolutely not. I think part of the disconnect here also comes from the players themselves and how they're processing their experiences with the game. That's right. The reviews. Let me just say that online reviews have at best a debatable correlation with the actual value of a product. A 2015 study on online reviews expressed a few of the many reasons why. 1. Review writers typically either 5-star or 1-star most products. Put simply, people don't feel compelled to write a review of something they bought unless they absolutely love it or absolutely hate it. 2. Us folks have a negativity bias, which means bad stuff resonates with us way more than good stuff. So that means we feel extra inspired to both write negative reviews and listen to them. 3. Lots of reviewers have not actually played or used the products they review. And 4. Reviewers that have actually used the products they review are influenced by previously posted ratings from other consumers and experts. The moral of the story goes two ways here. Nintendo's $10 pricing of Super Mario Run shows somewhat of a disconnect between them and the mobile gaming market. Yeah, It's unfortunate, but makes sense given their newcomer status in this territory. But on the other hand, consumers posting 1-star reviews of Mario Run are likely biased by what they hate about it: the price. This is only marginally relevant to the overall game experience, and more likely than not, just sends discouraging cues to other folks who might otherwise have wanted to play the game. But those are just some thoughts I had about Super Mario Run. I'd love to hear yours too. Be sure to leave a comment below and, we could talk about gaming junk and marketing and whatever. Also, let me know if you liked watching a video like this, because I got lots more ideas where this came from and I'd love to post some more. Thanks again for watching and listening, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Time well spent.
Watching good entertainment.
We appreciate you dropping by.
You can like, comment, and subscribe.
And if that's not enough, well, I got one better.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.